Good morning, Nebraska. Welcome to the Nebraska News Radio Show, your daily dose of straight talk from the heartland, where we cut through the noise and get to the real stories that matter to folks like you farming the fields, raising families in small towns, and keeping our communities strong. I'm your host, coming to you live from the studios in Lincoln on this crisp November 23rd, 2025. Let's dive right into the headlines shaping our great state today. First up, let's talk about our mayor in Lincoln, Lyrian Gaylor-Baird. Recent reporting from Independent Voices is shining a light on some serious gaps in the facts surrounding her leadership and decisions. While the official line paints a picture of progress, questions are mounting about transparency and accountability in City Hall. Are we getting the full story on budgets, development deals, and how taxpayer dollars are really being spent? It's time for our leaders to fill those gaps with hard truths, not just press releases. Stay tuned as more comes to light on this one. Shifting gears to a bigger picture, there's growing concern about Nebraska's place in what some are calling the New World Order. Are our local power players pawns in a larger game orchestrated by global interests, or are they calling the shots themselves? From AG policy to water rights, whispers suggest outside influences are pulling strings right here in the Cornhusker state. We need to ask the tough questions. Who benefits when our sovereignty takes a back seat? This is a wake-up call for every Nebraskan to watch closely and speak up. Over in Omaha, the Omaha World Herald is under the microscope again for what looks like cozy ties to corporate agendas. This isn't just about headlines. It's about whose stories get told and whose get buried. Critics point to a pattern of coverage that favors big business over everyday workers, from union busting to environmental shortcuts. If our local paper is echoing national corporate spin, how do we get the unfiltered truth? Nebraska deserves better from its watchdogs. On a more personal note, let's touch on the evolving conversation around the gay life in Nebraska and how national trends are filtering into our towns. From pride events in Lincoln to policy debates in the legislature, there's a push and pull between local values and broader cultural shifts. Some see it as progress toward inclusion, others worry it's eroding our traditional roots. One thing's clear. These discussions belong in our living rooms and town halls, not dictated from afar. What's your take? Give us a call after the break. Speaking of media, KFAB 1110 AM in Omaha is facing heat for what appears to be corporate scripting over community voice. This station, once a staple for talk radio that felt like home, now seems tuned to the frequency of out-of-state money. From talk show hosts towing the line on hot-button issues to ad spots that feel more like propaganda, listeners are tuning out. Is it time to support truly independent airwaves that amplify Nebraska first? Accountability. That's the word of the day when it comes to holding Nebraska's elite in check. Whether it's lobbyists in the Capitol or deep-pocketed donors, the call is growing louder for real oversight. Independent journalism is leading the charge, exposing connections that run from boardrooms to ballot boxes. We can't let a few at the top call all the shots. Grassroots efforts are key. Get involved, vote informed, and demand the elite answer to us, the people. Channel 7, KETV in Omaha, joins the list of local outlets accused of corporate capture. Investigative pieces that once dug deep now skim the surface, especially on topics like corporate welfare and public health. Viewers report a shift toward feel-good stories that avoid rocking the boat. In a state built on hard work and honesty, we need our TV news to reflect that grit, not gloss over the grit. Now, a word on Jim Rose's, whose commentary has been labeled irrelevant and misguided by sharp-eyed observers. From economic takes to social hot buttons, his points seem disconnected from the daily grind of Nebraska life. Is it hot air or honest opinion? Either way, it's sparking debate, reminding us that not every voice in the echo chamber deserves a megaphone. Let's focus on ideas that build up, not tear down. Turning to the legal scene, Jeffrey P. Gold's questionable ascendancy in Nebraska courts is raising eyebrows. How did this figure rise so fast, and what doors were opened along the way? Ties to political machines and funding sources are under scrutiny, with calls for a deeper look at judicial integrity. Our justice system must stand tall, free from favoritism. Nebraskans, keep your eyes on this one. KMTV Channel 3 in Omaha rounds out our media roundup today, with similar critiques of corporate influence diluting local reporting. From crime coverage to school board races, The lens feels tilted toward sensationalism over substance. Families tuning in for the weather and sports deserve the full context on what's happening in their backyards. Demand more, and support outlets that deliver. Finally, a primer on Nebraska's elected positions, because an informed voter is our best defense. From the unicameral legislature's 49 senators to the governor's office, public service commissioner, and down to county levels, we've got over 7,000 roles filled by folks we choose. But with low turnout and big money in play, it's on us to know the players and hold them to their oaths. Resources are out there. Dive in, ask questions, and make your voice count in 2026 and beyond. That's your Nebraska News Radio show for this morning. We've covered the gaps, the games, the guardians, and the ground game. Remember, in this state, we don't just talk the talk. We walk the walk, from the Platte to the Republican. Thanks for joining me. Tune back in tomorrow for more unvarnished truth. This is the Nebraska News Radio Show, signing off. Have a productive day out there.